Tune into another episode of Wait a Gam Minute podcast. I am Gam, and of course, I got my sidekick, my co-host,
Miss Gogetta.
Let's go get it for real. Like tonight, I'm gonna need you to bring that voice up some and stop acting like you
I'm
on one eight
shy.
hundred phone sex or something.
It's 1-900.
One 900. So you
Yeah.
do know the number.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay, absolutely. Okay, I see. So tonight we have a special guest by the name of Miss Rennee Townsend. So how are you, madam?
I'm doing well tonight. You guys good?
Yes.
Happy New Year's.
Thank you. Same to
See
you. Same to
too.
you. So can you introduce yourself to our viewers and listeners of Wait a Gam Minute podcast?
Oh, I'm Rennee Townsend, and I am owner of Renee's Celebration Center, Phyllis Foster Driving School, and Renee's Restaurant and Lounge, all located in the great city of Suffolk, Virginia.
I know that's right. You got three.
Yes.
So you're talking about a powerhouse, huh?
I'm trying to, that powerhouse with the power couple.
I know that's right. I know that's right. So we thought it not robbery like to have you here tonight because we're here Thursdays at your establishment doing cocktails and conversation with Gam and with a Gam in it. So it's like we gotta have you on to pick your brain and find out how do you do all of what you do, what motivates you to do what you do. Now I already told you before we started. I don't know what questions we're going to ask, especially her. Let's go get it. Like she come a little left sometimes, so we're gonna go ahead and
No, I
apologize in
No, I
advance for
don't.
her. But yeah, so
I'm
we're
just
gonna have a
more
good time
nosy.
tonight. You what?
I'm more nosy.
Boy nosy. Ain't no wrong with that. Ain't no wrong with that. Okay, so anything on your mind, Miss Go Getter, you want to ask first?
No.
No?
No.
See,
No.
it never fails. But anyway,
Well,
so
what motivates me is because I come from a very dysfunctional family in the
Mhm.
city of Chicago.
you're from
And
Chicago.
yes, I was born and
yes, sir.
raised in Chicago.
Okay.
And I left Chicago when I was about 28 or so. And then I married a military guy in the Navy, and
Mhm.
he brought me to Virginia. And that's how I landed in Virginia. Both of the oldest child is 41. He was born in Chicago, and the youngest girl is 36, and she was born at Portsmouth Naval Hospital.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay, so you're military all around because you're prime military too, right?
Yes, I retired March of 2021 as a CW4 with the United States Army.
Okay.
okay.
So break it down. What is a
Yeah,
CW
because
for?
I'm like, look, oh,
Like
okay,
cell
but I
block
had no idea
four,
what it
like
was.
Yes, as a Chief Warrant Officer 4, the highest rank is CW5, and I couldn't make 5 because I'd have been 60, and 60
Okay.
is my mandatory removal date.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
so
okay.
I would have never made 5 because I'd have turned 60 before I could even make 5.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
Okay.
wow.
So how old were you when you joined the military?
Actually 33.
Oh, okay.
I was married with 2 kids.
So what made you join at 33?
Actually, it was a real long story,
Oh.
and the story was that I can't hear myself.
Yeah, you
Okay,
good.
so the story was that I had already married my second husband,
Uh-huh.
and he went off to duty in Kentucky somewhere.
Okay.
And then when he went off to duty in Kentucky, he left me home with the kids, which is it, and I adopted his child. So I
Okay.
raised 3 kids.
Okay.
And so we went to visit him, and I was like, "Oh, this would be fun, and it keep me
Yeah.
fit and
Yeah.
everything." He was against it, right? He was
Mhm.
like, "No, you ain't gonna do that." And I was like, "Yes, I am," because guess what? I'm a McNeely to heart, and
Yeah.
guess what? You don't tell McNeely women what to do.
Yeah.
I know that's right. Oh, so he had my alpha
Yeah.
female, yeah.
I like that ain't gonna work. Not here.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you joined at 33 with 2 kids. And a husband.
Mhm.
Okay. And so you went on to the point where you had to retire.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's
Okay,
good.
well, dang. Okay, so you did all of that. You did your years in service.
Mhm.
Like, what is it that motivates Miss Rennee, like, to do all that you actually are doing?
And that's what I was trying to get to, is that what motivates me, like I said, I had a very dysfunctional family in Chicago, and I just didn't want to live like that.
Okay.
You know, I didn't want to bring my kids in like that. So when I left Chicago, I refused to go back.
Okay.
And I've continued to raise my kids in the state of Virginia. But and then I just worked hard. I've always worked 2 and 3 jobs.
Okay.
My kids was always latchkey kids.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm always on them, and I did my best with what I knew and how I knew how to do it.
Right.
And both of them are very successful now. You know, one lives in Arkansas, one lives in Savannah, and then Justin, the baby, lives here and help us with the 3 businesses.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So it's like a basically like a family ran business. Like what y'all kind of get in and help and do what needs to be done.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Not my mic about to fall down. Jesus. But anyway, Miss Rennee. Okay, so you're doing the 3 businesses, right? What made you want to do Rennee's restaurant and lounge?
Well, actually, I kind of fell into that because in 2015, I bought this building.
Mhm.
Okay.
And I bought it when I was in Kuwait,
Oh,
serving in
okay.
the United States Army. And when I bought the building, I had a tenant here.
Mhm.
And that tenant, after COVID hit, started doing, I guess, mediocre or
good.
something. I
Mhm.
decided to get out the business.
Mhm.
But this was never one of my aspiration to
Right.
own a restaurant. I've
Oh.
always cooked.
Tonight's episode has been sponsored by Crocker Funeral Home Incorporated, a new tradition of quality. 900 East Washington Street, Suffolk, VA 23434, a full-service funeral home. Contact them today for all of your professional needs. 757-539-7443 is the way to go. Crocker Funeral Home.
And I cook really well.
Mhm.
And every time you turn around, every time we have an activity, family reunion, family this and everything, I'm cooking for 150, 200 people at one time.
Great.
Oh, wow.
And I have 200 people at my house at one time.
Oh, wow.
You know, and I'm cooking.
Hold on, well, I feel some type of way because we haven't been to your house. So it could have been 201, 202, 203. So you sticking to the 200.
Yeah.
Okay.
But next time you will.
Okay.
But
She said, yeah.
Okay. So you kind of fell in your lap. So you bought this building when you were actually out of the country.
out of the country. Paperwork was
unseen?
signed. Yes.
Oh, so you purchased sight unseen.
Mm-hmm.
What did I say? Seen unseen.
I don't know what you said.
know what the hell
but
I
that
meant.
one is.
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? Okay, so now this is what I the question I want to ask you, right? Being that you had this establishment and it wasn't something that you was looking to check off your bucket list, what do you want people to take away from the experience here at Rennee's?
And that's one thing I've learned because restaurant or hospitality was not my professional. I'm a businesswoman and I know business.
Mhm.
But there's another thing when you had in a restaurant. That's another part of it. So it was a learning curve for me. So what I want people to take away is a great experience. The food is really great. The drinks are really great. And I want you to come away thinking like, that's a place I really want to visit again.
Yeah.
And I try to make it safe. And I know people look at this area, like a little downfall, but in all, it's a very safe area. As long as you know what you're doing and being safe, what you know.
Yeah, being aware of the surroundings. Yeah, yeah. And I think that's the thing. Like for a lot of restaurant, / lounge people, I think the main thing would be like customer service, right?
Right.
So that people, and that's the reason why, to be honest with you, we agreed to come up here on Thursdays is because we want people to experience what we experience, and when they leave to have a good time and go out and tell their family and friends, and then come back. And I think that's the main thing for us. So we want to be a catalyst to help you do that for Suffolk, not only for Suffolk, but to bring people up 58 to here, because a lot of people from here go up 58. And the thing is, you have a lot going on, providing a lot of things right here in the city. So we're trying to get people to come, and here and see a different, get to know you and your
Right.
establishment for you,
Right.
not versus what other people say.
So let me ask you this. So what do you consider number one? Do you think is customer service, food, or the drinks?
I think customer service. Customer service is monument to any type of business. I mean, people want to know that you care. People
Right.
want to know that you feel what they feel,
Right.
and you're in touch with people.
Mhm.
Right.
And people look at me sometimes like, but I'm not a touch, but I'm really down to earth.
Yeah.
I'm really grounded.
Yeah.
And I've been through everything and everywhere, and I've touched all parts of the earth, you know.
Right.
And I've touched and agree with all types of
Yeah.
people. And what people don't know, I taught in King Fork High School. Not only that, Suffolk Public Schools for 24 years.
You did?
Oh wow.
Yeah, 24.
Oh.
I've been to every school except Lakeland High School.
Good. So that means that you're not tainted. Good. Good. I love that.
Okay, so being in the restaurant business, I know it's different from a drive because you had to drive in school, right?
Yes.
So first of all, where did the name Phyllis Foster come from?
Phyllis Foster is my niece.
Oh, okay.
Her mom, which is now my niece, Carla Foster, is my manager
Okay.
for Rennee's Restaurant and Lounge.
Okay.
But her mother got killed on 58 in 2002
Oh,
by a teenage driver.
Oh,
Now,
wow.
they say she possibly could have lived
Mm-hmm.
if the teenage driver knew what to do.
Mm,
Yeah. So every second count when your life
Right,
depends on it.
right.
So, but when all the family got to the hospital and everything, they were telling us, but she lived for a few days and then she eventually
okay.
passed.
Okay, and it was your niece.
Yes.
Okay, so her name was Phyllis. Okay, because I was wondering, like, where did the name Phyllis come from? Okay, so the restaurant business is totally different from driving school or having the venue. So, what are some of the obstacles that you had to cross with the restaurant business, or even like your worst complaint that you had and you had to deal with it? How did you resolve it?
One of my worst complaints were the young lady said that she wasn't addressed when she came to the door.
Mm-hmm.
She said she didn't know what it said. Nobody said anything to her. We had like probably 8 staff members on the floor
Mm-hmm.
and nobody recognized her. So now when you come to Rennee's Restaurant and Lounge, you get this big old greeting.
Started with a dream that turned into a vision. To educate new generations is our mission. Ears to the streets, yeah, we steady politicking. If it ain't about the change, mind your business.
Now wait a Gam minute, wave your hands with it. Wait a Gam minute, wave your hands with it. Now wait a Gam minute, wave your hands with it. We top picks like we all up on the gram with it. Now wait a Gam minute, wave your hands with it. Now wait a Gam minute, wave your hands with it. Now wait a Gam minute, wave your hands with it. We top picks like we all up on the gram with it.
Welcome to Rennee's. Have a
Yeah.
seat anywhere and someone be
Yeah.
right with you.
Yeah. Okay. So that was the way you resolved it, by having just everybody speak.
Yeah, everybody say the same thing.
Okay.
Mhm.
And that that's actually good though,
Mhm.
because that way everybody know what to say, and versus like
Mhm.
Carla, she's a manager, she's saying something, and this somebody's saying something different.
Right.
Everybody's saying the same thing that what the right,
Exactly.
the what the left is doing.
Mhm.
Right.
So,
and you
yeah.
don't have to worry about nobody saying you didn't speak. 'Cause
Yes.
Everybody spoke.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, even when you come in the door, because Carla was like, "Welcome to Rennee's." I was like, "Welcome to Rennee's." She
Mm.
was like, "Oh, I didn't know who that was. I couldn't even see up there."
Yeah.
Yeah, but so another question I want to ask you is, what is a misconception besides people don't think that you are
Down to earth.
down to earth? What's another misconception that people have about you, or you think people have about you?
I feel the love in the community. I feel the love from my previous students. I feel the love from other businessmen. But I think one thing that the community holds is like a jealousy or envy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a big step for me to get over because I've always done stuff on my own.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I've learned to like, oh well, that's your problem. You deal with it because I'm keeping on moving.
Yeah.
You know,
right.
I gotta do what I gotta do and get it done.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this is the way it's gonna be. And if you don't like me because I'm yellow, you don't like me because I wear blonde hair, you don't like me because I dress, I can't help that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but that's one of the things I have to deal with, especially from my sisters. You know,
Oh, yeah, from the
especially when I'm always trying to help my sisters because all the information I have, I'm willing to share.
Mhm.
I share my information.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many ladies have come into Rennee Celebration Center and want to know how I got started.
Mhm.
And I've shared that information with them, and I've told them some of the things I had to come up against with the city,
Yeah.
or even the employees, staffing, payroll, all that.
Yeah.
So we share that information. So, and they opening up in Portsmouth, Norfolk, even in Franklin.
Oh,
That's
okay,
that's
good.
absolutely good because
Yeah,
I think
that's
people, if we have the knowledge, I think that we should be willing to give it to other people. Like, what's the sense of us holding on to it? We can make our city better, our people better, and if we can do that, we should actually do that and do it wholeheartedly. So my last question for you is, what's going on with Rennee now? What's next in store for the next 3 to 5 years for you? Like some of your goals.
Well, one of my goals is in the next 2 years, I'm done.
Are you going to be done?
Yeah. I retired from the military and I want to take those $18 MAC flights to Iceland, Netherlands, Germany.
No, I know that's right.
Did you say 18? Wait a minute, did you say $18?
$18.
Is that how much you have to pay? Did you
Yes,
get some discount?
me.
Oh, wow.
What?
I
Yes.
should have went in the military. This is
Yes.
I'm
I
like,
want to
like
take those
$18.
flights and I want to go. I want to. So, because my previous tenants left abruptly,
Mhm.
and then I sat on this for like a couple of months or so. And then my husband said, well, just let's see if we make it work. Make it
Right,
work.
yeah.
Because the building is paid for.
Yeah.
Oh,
So the only thing we have to do is just pay, which is our biggest cost, is labor.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm. Oh, that's
Oh,
good.
dang. So, okay, so
That's
2 to
really
3
good.
years, you're going to just be, well,
I'm gonna be
you're
ghost.
going to be ghost.
Ghost.
I know that's
So,
right. I feel
so
you on that
what are
one.
you going to do? You going to leave this to somebody else? Like, you going to have somebody else run it? Like,
I want to have someone run all three businesses.
okay.
And I'm trying to groom Carla to really
Okay.
take over and do what she wants to do. She loves it. She's young.
Yeah.
She's only 35, 37, whatever it is.
Yeah.
She's young. She got all the time. I'm 60 something. I'm on the other spectrum of my
Yeah,
life.
yeah,
So
that's right.
I need to move over
Yeah.
and let the young people do what they do.
That's right. That's absolutely right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
I-
that sounds like a good plan, though.
Yeah,
Especially the $18
Look,
trips.
I'm still thinking about that $18.
Mhm.
How can I get one of those?
It fly right out of Norfolk at the Mac terminal.
Wow, that's crazy. I mean, well, you paid your dues, so that's one of the perks, I guess.
Yes, it is.
So, is there anything that you would like to say before we end our interview with you?
I just want to thank you both because y'all doing an amazing
Thank you.
amazing job getting that information out to the community. And it's so important because information is the key.
Right.
Information is the key. And they always said, if they don't want us to know something, put it in a book.
Put it in the book. That's right.
Yeah.
Put it in a book and we won't even know
Yeah.
what's going on.
That's true.
But if you guys continue to do this and make this your platform and get other leaders and other people of interest that making an impact with Suffolk, keep doing what you're doing and just try to get those top leaders to talk to the people and see what they do. Be not in a structural format like the council
Yeah.
or
Right.
that where they
Yeah.
can sit down and actually speak what
Right.
they can and really explain what the laws or the regulations or whatever they're doing
Mhm.
and how it's going to impact their lives.
Oh
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, we definitely accept that.
Yeah.
So look at that camera right there and tell everyone how your time has been since you've been on Way to Gam Minute podcast tonight.
My time has been great with Way to Gam Minute. I love these girls. Keep doing what you're doing.
We definitely appreciate you. Well, I always appreciate. We definitely appreciate you. I mean, stay tuned to all things Way to Gam Minute. So, do you have things you want to say?
Did
Just
you
go get
mention
it.
the Thursday nights?
Thursday night, 7:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Anything else,
Right.
boss?
And I'm sorry, my voice. And what about 8:00 here at Rennee's? Not Rennee's Celebration, but Rennee's Restaurant and Lounge. But also tell them how they can, visit your businesses,
Yeah,
the
that's
driving
right.
school,
Look at the camera
the
right there and tell 'em.
celebration center.
Okay, so Phyllis Foster Driving School, which is located 180 East Washington Street in Suffolk. Now, I can help you with getting your driver's license. If you failed the test 3 times, driving improvement. If you got a ticket, you need to do driving improvement. Driver's ed, if you failed driver's ed in the 10th grade. And then, of course, behind the wheel. And then Rennee's Celebration Center, which is located 178 East Washington. And that is a private venue for parties, anniversary parties, graduation parties, weddings, all that. And so just hook me up with that and call me at 757-582-1341, or you can email me at renneescc@gmail.com. And then, of course, I have Renee's Restaurant and Lounge. We're open Tuesday through Sunday, and we always having live entertainment, live DJs, 30 and up to get in. And we do the restaurant runs through the day, but it's called Renee's Restaurant and Lounge, and the lounge part is at night. And at night, you need to be 30 to come into these doors and enjoy yourself.
That's right.
Okay, now.
Absolutely. So that being said, stay tuned to All Things Way to Gam Minute. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.